Hi, I'm very excited, and it's only been 5 minutes since I've got a phone call from an antique center telling me that I got a pitch there. I was on their wait list. They told me that it was very possible that I could start on the 1st of June. But now it's official and I can start moving in tomorrow. I'm so excited! I didn't want to tell anyone. I didn't want to make it, to tell people on YouTube or on Instagram that I want to do this, to have a physical booth in an antique center, because I didn't know if it was going to happen, but now I can finally let you know that I'm going to have an antique booth. I'm so excited. I'm going to document the process. Hopefully we will be able to start tomorrow. I want to paint. I have two walls that I can paint. I will show you. I can't wait to film, and I will show you how I decorate there. And I don't even know if I have enough stuff, because you know that I'm not big on furniture. I have a few pieces, but I don't think it will be enough to fill the space. But we will see. I will keep you updated. So just to be clear, this is not the same antique center where I have that little cabinet rented. It's a different one. That one where I have the cabinet is called Elsecar Antique Center, and this one is called Harrison's Antique Center. And it's about 30 minutes away from me, which I think it's fine. I can go there weekly. That's what I hope to do once I'm all moved in. It's one of my favorite antique centers in the area. They also have auction rooms there. I like to buy things from their auctions all the time. You may have seen in my videos hauls from their auctions. The antique center is huge. There are so many sellers and beautiful stuff. So I'm so honored and excited to be a part of their team. So one of the things that I want to do for my pitch is to have like a picture with my business name. I noticed that most of the sellers have that. So yeah, it's like, when you go on a website, you see their logo, their business name. I want to do the same for my booth, and let me show you. I have this piece of board which matches in size this frame, so I was thinking to paint my little logo that is little floral teacup, and to write Angela's Vintage Shop under it, and yeah, to frame it in this frame. And I think it will look nice, because I didn't think of printing one of those pictures, so I think this will do. Okay, so it's done. It may look perfect in the video, but trust me, it's not. So I hope you can see that. I should have sanded that board in between layers, but I didn't. I was too lazy, and I just I couldn't wait to just see it finished. But from a distance, I think it looks pretty nice, and I can't wait to hang it in there. Also, this is one of the pieces of furniture that I'm planning to take there. I bought it for this reason. I bought it at an auction and I paid £8 for it. So I think I will put it for sale, not just as a display piece there, but yeah, I don't know how I will price it, because it needs some work done. I can't wait to see it gone. It's been hanging around for more than a month now, I think. And it doesn't really match the rest of my home, and I don't actually need a dresser here. So I can't wait to take it there. And as you can see, it's very messy here. It served as a dumping ground.
To the city streets, we began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. Now the morning is the afternoon. We lay awake in bed. The glass so loud.
So this is my space. It's empty. So I don't know how, if you can tell, but it's quite big. And now I'll start painting these two walls, and then I'll start bringing the furniture in.
We're gonna do it all again. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. The moonlight, summer sky, it was the best we ever had. And we'll stay on forever.
So it's day 2, and this is how it's looking so far. I'm so overwhelmed, I don't know where to put everything. Although there's plenty of space, I feel that I don't have enough stuff, I don't have enough furniture. So yeah, we started hanging pictures on the wall. This space here is quite empty. I need some shelves on this side. But yeah, this is how it's looking so far. Are you ready for the final result? Here it comes. Ta-da! Let me give you a tour. So I wanted this wall at the back to have mainly art, and it also has this sideboard, and of course I couldn't leave it empty, so I added some stuff on it. You may recognize this painting, I have it on the website, but because it's so large and delicate, I decided to bring it here, even if it will sell for less. I don't have that headache of shipping it. I tried to do like a vignette here with this plant. It's a fake plant from IKEA, and that lamp, and this cat, and this beautiful tray that I've never showed you. It's so heavy, it's made of stone, and it has this brass border. And on the other side I tried another vignette, and this is a CD cabinet that I've had for a while and I never listed, so I thought it would look nice here. More art on the walls, and that mirror that I bought from Carbon Sale, and more art. In this corner I put this lamp that I've had for a while, and because it's so large I didn't list it on the website. And then we have this cake stand. This one I bought at an auction. Here we have a footstool, magazine holder. You may recognize that from a Carbon Sale haul. And those platters, and more stuff on this wall. In the middle I put these two onyx tables. I bought them from an auction, and that little table with bead embroidery. I put these little teacups on a tray, and books, a lot of books. More books here. It's right at the entrance because when I was unpacking the other day, I just put some books randomly and just here at the front of the booth, and I noticed that a lot of people were stopping and browsing through the books, so I thought that it would be a good idea to leave them at the entrance. And actually my first sale was a set of 3 books, so I think that's a good sign that they actually sell. And here we have this IKEA unit. I just put random stuff in it, and on it we have that mirror, that wooden lion, that beautiful watercolor painting at the top, and yeah, a lot of just random stuff. This is most of the brass that I brought in because brass actually sells well on my website, so I decided to only bring a few things. On this side there's there are 2 IKEA units. There are bookcases, and I bought them new from IKEA because I didn't know what else to put in this corner, so they work well, and I use them for teacups, teapots, some glass, some uranium glass up there, and yeah, things like that. And here I have this Welsh dresser that I bought at an auction, and there down there is the coal scuttle. And in this cabinet I put some blue and white china and some random plates, and that copper jump pan. Here we have those leather boots that I bought at an auction. I don't know, I didn't feel like listing them on the website, so I brought them here. And a wooden stool also from an auction, and that frog basket. I've had it for more than a year, and it was daunting to list it, and because it's so fragile and I didn't want to ship it. And here I have this easel that I initially wanted to keep it as a display piece, to put like a piece of art on it, but it felt that it was in the way. And I decided to just put a price tag on it, and maybe someone will want it. And under the frog there's a wooden stool. I bought that one from a charity shop. And here I have this brass coal box. It's also on the website, and this embroidery with the kingfisher. Because it's so large, I would prefer that it sells here, even though I have it on the website as well. And this little table, it's actually a fire screen, and it converts into a table as well, which I thought it was really cool. And then I have this copper thingy that I bought from an auction, and down there all the footstools. So yeah, this is pretty much it. Let me know what you think. Would you visit if you were in the area? If you are actually local, will you visit? I would really appreciate it. I was planning to give you a tour of the center today as well, but it's quite late now, and it took me a lot of time to finish putting all the price tags on all these things. I didn't think it would be so time consuming, but it took me days. So yeah, I think I'm going to go home now, and I'll come back on another day and I'll give you a tour of the center. And now that I got rid of that dresser from this wall, I was finally able to put all the art that I've been gathering for this wall. And well, ignore that empty frame. I just liked how it looked there as size and shape, but it's still empty. I have to find something for it or make something for it. And yeah, if you've seen a vlog that I made in, I don't know, I think in December, I showed you all this art that I've been buying, and this one is actually inherited from my husband's family. This one I bought from Vinted. The frame is not perfect, but I think I will touch those white bits with some gold paint to make them less obvious. This one I bought from a fellow vintage seller, Elsie's Vintage. This one I got at an auction. I think it's one of my favorites from this wall. And this one I made myself. This little one I may replace with a little painting. It's just a print and it has glass on top, and I don't like that because of the reflections. And this one, it's the first one that it's the piece that started the rest of the collection. I bought it from a car boot sale a few years ago. And finally, they are, oh, I have stuff on the floor, I'll show you. So finally, I have my gallery wall with floral pieces. I also tried to reorganize this cabinet and the other two ones on that side of the room. I didn't finish. I'm not good at this. I don't know. There's too many things and too different to make them look nice together. These are the other two ones. These are the ones that you usually see behind me in my haul videos. And hello. Yeah, this one is quite empty, so I put my boosts there, but you can't actually see them. I have to put them to a side because they are behind these white bits of the doors, so I have to move them to a side and then put something else on the other side. I have my observers books. I have to see what I keep and what I will list for sale. I also have to dust these shelves. I didn't do that. And here I have some of my books that I'm not ready to sell yet. And this vase that it's actually listed, but I didn't take it to my shed because I like how it looks. So I'll keep it here until it sells. Those onyx pieces. Not all the wooden boxes, but a few of the wooden boxes that I have on the website. I'm not taking them to the shed because wooden pieces tend to get damaged by humidity. They get moldy, and yeah, I don't want that. And a few more books and some random things that I don't know where to put them. This is a piece that my son made at school. It's a dragon eye. Isn't it just so cool? It's made of clay. And on the bottom part of my cabinets, I have some art that it's actually listed or pieces that I want to list. So these are not the things that I want to keep for myself. And that's like a cheese board or a trivet, I don't know, pot holder. And those apples are hand painted and it's so nice. I wanted it for myself. I wasn't using it. So I will list it for sale. And this thingy, it's so beautiful. It's a key holder, a key cabinet. And look at that cute little tassel. The only thing is that the print has some water damage. Now the buyer can decide if that makes it more charming or if that's a no-no. And it opens like this. And this is the inside. So I'll have to list this one as well, or maybe I'll take it to my booth. Oh, and it's made in Italy. I think I list it on the website. So the plan was to organize these cabinets once I took some of the things to the booth, and I took out the things that I have to list so that they don't just sit around for a few months or so. And I also took out of these cabinets all the things that were I couldn't list because I had to do something to them before that. They are the project pieces, but you know, they're not actually that like really project pieces, because some of them only need a clean or you let me show you. So these are the things that need something done to them so that I can list them. The butterflies, I won't list them because they are so delicate. So I'll take them to my pitch once I'll fix this one. So this one is, I don't even want to touch it. So this one actually, they have like little sponges behind the wings to keep them, raised like that. And the sponge behind this one crumbled, so I'll have to find another one and glue it without damaging it, and then I'll have to put the glass on top of it and frame it back. This beautiful owl needs a frame. When I bought it, it had a frame, but it didn't match the size of it. So as you can see, someone just bent the top part and it wasn't staying in the frame properly. That's why I took it out. This set, well, the mirror is fine, but the brush, I need to find a way to clean it. And this soap dish had a price tag, a sticker on it, and when I polished it, that thing just wouldn't go away. So I have to find my sticker residue remover somewhere in my shed and remove that sticker. These plates, I chipped them. I dropped the plate on top of the other, but I have the chipped bits, so I want to glue them back. See, these two chips there. These things just have this tarnish that I need to clean. This needs cleaning, this needs cleaning. Oh, there's some blue tack here. This needs cleaning. They need cleaning on the inside. I have to put them in hot water or something because they have some wax there at the bottom. This cow, I need to glue it on its base. This one, the rabbit needs its ear back. It's inside there. I have to glue it back. These coasters, they're so nice, but these bits on the bottom, some of them need to be glued back, so they look like this, and there are two different designs. And this one needs some glue. The bottom part comes off, and this one needs cleaning. The brass part needs cleaning. And this thing, when I bought it, it was in one piece, and then I dropped it and this happened. So I want to glue it back, and I want to smooth it out, like to make it less visible that it was glued back. And then I want to paint it white. I know that a lot of you will tell me, no, you will ruin it, but it will be already ruined. It is already ruined. So I see that a lot of people like the white variations of these fruit ceramic decorations. So yeah, I'll do that. And yeah, this is my pile of project pieces, only from these cabinets. And these are the things that actually I took pictures of them, and I need to list them. Never listed them. And yeah, this, I need to deal with them hopefully today. And if this is the pile of things that need something done to them that I had only in these cabinets, imagine how many I have in the shed. I have so many project pieces. I'm so bad at just dealing with them. I will just avoid them for months. Some of them I've had for years. I put you on a tripod so that I can chat to you a little more about how the things went with getting a booth at the antique center and my thoughts and things like that. So one of the things that I want to talk about is how time consuming everything is. I thought that I would be done in 2 days maximum and it took me 5 days. I didn't stay there for the whole 6 hours every day that, that they are open. They open at 10 and they close at 4. Because every day I was late. I arrived there past 11, maybe past 12. So yeah, maybe let's say that I stayed 4 hours every day. The first day I stayed, yeah, about the same. I think I got there at about 11:30 and we left at 4. And the most time consuming thing is putting price tags on everything, then deciding where everything goes. It's so hard to think. Well, it's for me, maybe I'm an overthinker. I am an overthinker, not maybe. It took me a lot of time to find the best placement for everything. I'm still not sure about that cube unit, that Kallax, I think they're called, from IKEA, where I put all those random things. It feels odd and it's right at the entrance, so I think I'll have to rethink that one. By the way, that unit, I bought it from Facebook Marketplace a few weeks ago, when I've been told that it is very probable that I would get a unit. So I wanted to be prepared. Obviously, I wasn't fully prepared because you saw that I didn't have enough furniture and I had to buy those units from IKEA. I tried to buy them secondhand first. I went to a big charity shop that has furniture there, and they had a couple of shelving units, but they weren't that good and they were more expensive than buying new from IKEA. So I'm all for sustainability and buying secondhand, but it didn't make sense for me, and I think it's better that they are both the same, and yeah, it looks neat. Now I think it will take me a while to figure out what kind of things sell well there. It's only been a few days, and most of those days I was there just putting things, organizing things in the units. So I think that put people off from, actually coming in and looking. I avoid doing that when I go to an antique center and I see that the unit owner is there. I just don't like to go in and have a look. I feel like their eyes are on me. I don't know, it's just a mindset thing. So I think a lot of people thought the same. Not everyone, because some people were like, when I was apologizing about being in the way and being a mess there, they were like, no, it's more interesting this way. And yeah, some people don't mind you or the mess, but I think, yeah, a lot of the people just avoided my booth because of that. So I don't have a full image yet. I've had 4 sales while I was there, and 3 of the buyers were men and one of them was a lady. I don't know how relevant this is. I don't know if this, it's too soon to draw conclusions, but I think this booth will be a good place where I can take the things that I'm not sure that they belong on my website, like those brass soldiers. I also have some little figurines made of pewter. I think it's pewter. Let me show you. So I have this as an example, but I have some of these figurines in shape of little soldiers and things like that. So maybe those will do well in that booth. Also, you know that I sometimes when I go thrifting, I can't help myself to buy large pieces of art or fragile items that then I hate shipping, and I can take them there because I don't have to worry about shipping them. Maybe small pieces of furniture if I can find some that I can't leave behind because the price maybe is too good or they are too pretty. That's why I thought an antique booth would be a good idea for me. And as you know, my death pile is huge. I have so much unlisted inventory and I always source more than I sell online. So that means that I would never have the time to tackle that death pile and actually list everything. When I was thinking that I have to fill that booth up, I thought that I would empty my shed. But guess what? It's still so much in there. Some of the things that are left in my shed are things that I actually have them listed on the website, and I didn't want to take them to the booth, even if they didn't sell yet on the website. If they do, I have to worry about going there and pick it up and, worry that maybe it will sell there as well in the meantime. Yeah, I don't think the chances of that happening are that high, but it makes more sense to put in the booth things that I haven't listed on the website. And I still have a lot of that in my shed. So if I get another unit, I think I'll be able to fill that up as well. The only problem is the furniture. I'm very happy. I'm super excited to try this. And yeah, the family that runs the place, they seem like lovely people. The other booth owners that I met, they seem like lovely people as well. I know that a couple of people recognized me when I was there putting things on the shelves, and yeah, they recognized me from YouTube, which was so nice. And hi again, thank you for saying hi to me. I know that a lot of my viewers here on YouTube are also resellers, and maybe some of you have a booth in an antique center. So if you would like to share any advice from your experience, I would more than appreciate it. In a future video, I would like to show you around the antique center. It's really nice. There are so many sellers, and there's also a nice cafe. I've heard that it's really good, but I didn't have the chance to try it. So I think I will do that very soon. And there are two floors. My pitch is at the top floor, but there's also a lift if there are persons with disabilities, or if you want to buy a chunky piece of furniture, it's so much easier to carry it with the lift and not on the stairs. And yeah, if you want to visit, my pitch is number 63. Okay, enough about this. Now I want to show you the things that sold from my shop over the past 2 weeks, because I didn't post a video last week because I was busy with this and so I didn't show those things. So I will include them in this video as well. There won't be a lot of sales. It's been slow, but I blame that on me because I didn't list anything new in a couple of weeks on the website. So it's always reflected in the number of sales when I'm not active in my shop or on social media. Anyway, I thought that you would like to see what sold. So the first thing that sold is this sweet figurine made of alabaster powder. I bought this from a car boot sale. I paid £1 for it, and it sold for £17, and it's going to the United States, Tennessee. And then we have these pieces. One of them is this lovely brass dog. I bought this from a charity shop. I paid £4 for it, and it sold for £25. And this set of 3 horse brasses, I bought them from a car boot sale. They were part of a bundle. They came to about 70p each, and they sold for £18 as a set, and these are all going to a buyer in the United States, Pennsylvania. The next thing that sold is this beautiful footstool. I bought this from a car boot sale. I paid £3 or £2 for it, and it sold for £38, and it's going to a repeat buyer in the United States, Minnesota. And then we have this pair of LED crystal candle holders. I bought them from a charity shop. I paid £3 for them, if I remember correctly, and they sold for £28, and they are going here in the UK. The next thing that sold is this tall cat figurine. I bought this from a car boot sale. I paid £2 for it, and it sold for £25, and it's going to the United States, Colorado. Then we have this boots, cup and saucer. I can't even remember where I bought this from and how much I paid for them, but they sold for £20 and they are going here in the UK. Another thing that sold is this lovely glass ashtray that I bought from a car boot sale. I paid £2 for it and it sold for £23 and it's going to a repeat buyer here in the UK. Another thing that sold is this beautiful bowl made of glass. It's uranium glass, which means that it glows under black light. I bought this from a charity shop. I think I paid £3 for it if I remember correctly, and it sold for £50 because these pieces are quite collectible and it's going here in the UK. Another thing that sold is this pair of cross-stitch pictures. I bought them from a car boot sale last year. I paid £6 for them, £3 each, and they sold for £35, I think, for the pair, and they are going to the United States, Pennsylvania. Another order was for these two lovely items. One of them is this beautiful ginger jar by Silvac. I bought this from an auction. It was part of a bundle and I can't remember how much I paid for that bundle, so I'm not sure how much each piece came to. I don't know, I would say maybe £5 each, and it sold for £40. And then we have this brass letter opener. I bought this from a car boot sale. I think I paid 50p for it and it sold for £15, and they are going to one of my regular buyers in the United States, Florida. Another thing that sold is this set of 3 lovely plates by Royal Albert. I bought them from a car boot sale. I paid £3 for them and they sold for £35, and they are going to a repeat buyer. And last but not least, we have this gorgeous antique print with beautiful frame. I bought this at an auction. It came with another one. They came as a pair and they came to about £10 each, and that one already sold, and this one sold for £36 and it's going to a dear friend in Romania. So this was my video for you today. I hope you liked it and I hope you're not too disappointed that it wasn't a whole video. I will have a whole video for you for next week. I went charity shopping last week, and that's what I was going to film for last week, and then while I was getting ready to film the whole, I got that phone call that I got the units, so I didn't film that anymore, but I will film it for next week. I found some nice things. They're not too many, but they are nice and I think you'll like them. If you have any advice for me, please leave them in the comments. And if you want to hear more updates about this, about how it's going, let me know in the comments so that I know to make more videos about this. And yeah, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!